Chef Ashley here in the cooking lab with Adventure, and we have brought Adventure Eats back into the cooking lab, back into Adventure. We're super excited. Chef Kenny's here with me. We're going to be making cobbler today. We thought that that would be something awesome to make since it's July 4th this weekend, and we're going to be debuting our new series of Adventure Eats videos, which are called United We Eat. So Chef Kenny and I are thinking, and we want to focus on ways to bring in local foods from local communities, and we're going to showcase different regions across the United States. So we're going to, of course, start with the South, which is where we are. And we thought that we would be doing peach cobbler so that we can focus on something that is regional here in South Carolina. So if you're from Richland or Lexington counties, then you know that peaches are a big deal in the summer here. Batesburg-Leesville has its own peach festival that they usually do in the summertime. And peach cobbler is super easy to make, so we thought that that would be a great way to kick off United We Eat. And then some news for you really quick. We are going to be opening to members next week on Tuesday, and then we'll be opening to the public on the 14th. So if you have been missing us like we've been missing you, you can sign up on the website. We're going to be doing different time slots, so you can visit adventure.org, and we will have everything laid out for you. So if you want to come visit us, we'd be happy to see you. Let's get started. Okay, peach cobbler. So first we've got to go ahead and preheat our oven. So you want to set it, I've got it in fridge in mind, you want it on 350. This is going to be baking for about an hour, so you want to go ahead and get that warmed up while we get started, and then of course wash your hands. So I'm going to go ahead and get my hands washed. Hot soapy water for 30 seconds. And you guys, this is one of my favorite recipes for the summertime. It's really, really, really easy. So we're going to get started with, of course, peaches. For this recipe, you're going to use about 3 peaches. And one thing that we can go ahead and do is you're going to take your pan. Our recipe calls for a 9 by 12, but you can also use, this is, I believe, an 8 by 8. So you're going to take a stick of butter, and you're just going to plop it right into that pan. We're going to put it in the oven and let the oven do the work, and that's going to melt that butter slowly, and that way we can just go ahead and have it ready for when our peaches are all done. So go straight in there like that and into your preheating or already warm pot. Super simple. All right. Now back over here, we're going to get started with our peaches. So you can use canned peaches, but I prefer fresh, and you can find them really easily. So we've got fresh peaches. You probably need about 3 of those. If you're going to be using canned, you can get the sliced that's in fruit juice, and you want about 15 ounces, and 15 ounces is about 1.8 cups. So we're going to use about 5 cups of peaches. We want a lot of peaches in here. All right, so I went ahead and peeled those, but I'm going to show you guys one way to peel your peaches. So you can just take a knife and do it like this. You can use a vegetable peeler. I've seen some people who will actually throw their peaches into some boiling water for about 10 seconds and then transfer them to ice water, and then the skins kind of peel right off. So it's pretty easy. If you got any questions, Chef Kenny is here filming, and he'd be happy to answer them for you.
Let me know, folks.
Let him know. We're so happy to be back in the cooking lab.
And this is a little to show you how it looks. Brand new. We even have a new logo. That's our new logo, where food and play come to life. It's pretty cool.
We're excited. We hadn't had a remodel in about 10 years, and so we got a grant from CCCF, which is here in Columbia, and they helped us get some new paint on the walls, new floors,
new ovens, new stove.
We got it going on. All right, almost done with this peach here. This one is super ripe, so it's kind of squishy, which is what you want. Nobody wants an underripe peach. There we go. And then these are kind of like avocados, so they've got a pit in them. So the way that I cut them is kind of similar to how I cut an avocado. I'm gonna take a bigger chef knife here, and just like we do with the avocado, you're gonna kind of cut it in half just like this carefully. This one is so bright, it's awesome. And you'll feel that pit there in the center, so you just want to kind of work your way around. And then usually you can just take your thumbs like this and kind of pull it apart from that pit right there. Just like that. That guy out of there. And then you're going to take your knife carefully. Remember, 2 fingers in the center of the blade and the handle like this. Wrap the rest of your fingers around. And we are going to go ahead and slice that. If you like bigger pieces in your cobbler, that's cool. If you like thinner pieces, whatever your preference is there. Straight in. I've got a couple done, so I'll do maybe one more peach. If you're using your canned or jarred peaches, that works too. You'll just get this done. Okay. We'll do one more. This one's really bright too. All right, all the way around, carefully. There we go. And then use your thumbs to kind of pull it apart from that pit. And then slice up. Super simple. Woo. There we go. Our butter is probably melting over there, so as soon as we're finished with this, I'm going to rinse my hands off because I've got all this yummy peach all over them. And then we will check on our butter.
Catherine Denise says, hi, sis.
Hi, sis. I know you're making peach cobbler at home because I know you love it. All right. I'm going to go over here and rinse my hands real quick.
Guys, give us some likes, give us some hearts, give us some smiles.
You can't see my smile, but I'm smiling. All right, so look at my stick of butter. It's still melting a little bit, so I'm going to leave it there just for now. We're not going to forget about it in there. All right, so we've got our peaches done, and now it's time for us to go ahead and make our batter. This is really easy. Got our peaches here. And now we're going to be using self-rising flour. You want the flour that self-rises, or otherwise you're going to need some baking powder or baking soda. You can find it. It's in every store. We're going to use 1 cup of that. Alright. And this is a ½ a cup, so I'm going to do 2 of those. You just want to kind of level it off the top so you make sure that you've got a nice even ½ cup, so straight in there, just like that. Perfect. Then we're going to use a ½ a cup of granulated sugar. If you want it a little bit sweeter, you can add a little bit extra. You could do a combination of brown and regular white granulated sugar, whatever your preference is. You're going to kind of shake it and make sure it's even, just like that. Straight in. How simple is this? Super easy.
It's really easy.
Then we've got a cup of milk. I'm using whole milk. If you are vegetarian or vegan or something and you don't want dairy, you could probably use an almond, rice milk, cashew, any sort of nut milk. That will work too. All right, that's going to go straight in, and that's 1 cup, so we'll do 2 of these. All right.
Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the hearts.
Now, I like to add a little bit of vanilla extract to mine, so I'm going to do about a teaspoon of that straight in. I'm not going to measure it. I'm just going to kind of eyeball it.
Perfect.
Yes. Take a whisk, and we're just going to mix that up. And that's literally it. That's going to be our batter to our delicious local peach cobbler. All right. Make sure you mix it really well. Okay, now we're going to set that aside. Oh, 1 trick. I wanted to show you like this. So, if you have canned peaches, you can add a little bit of that extra liquid that comes with those. I'm going to add maybe a 1/4 cup in there. That's going to add a little bit of extra sweetness. If you don't have that, that's okay. But that's kind of like the secret ingredient. And mix that in. There we go. All right, now we're ready to roll. So I'm going to go check on this butter in here. See if it's melted. It should be nice and melted in our pan. Oh yeah. You could also melt it on the stove and add it in or microwave it, but I just figure like the less dishes you have to do, the better. So of course I'm using my gloves here to stay safe. We're gonna leave it right there for just a second. You're gonna grab your batter. I'm gonna show you how easy this is. It goes straight into your pan. I kind of try to pour it all over so the butter can kind of get into the center of your pan as well. Oh my gosh, it already smells good. It smells like peaches and cream. Just like that. So we've kind of got our batter over the top of that butter there. And then I'm gonna grab, just because I'm trying to be extra food safe, some gloves. And I'm gonna add some of these peaches that we cut straight up on top.
Leslie said, will one of you be doing a contactless delivery of that peach cobbler to my house?
Listen, Leslie, come on up here and we'll share it with you. Bring Autumn with you. All right, so the peaches go straight in. You can try to do them in like nice little rows if you want to, but I find that you don't really have to, because as it starts to self-rising, it's just gonna kind of bring everything together, so you don't even have to try to make it pretty. It just goes straight in. Oh my gosh. It smells good. I can smell it through my mask. All right. If you wanted to, you could add a little bit of cinnamon on top. That would be really good. I like to just add a little sprinkle of brown sugar, so I'm probably going to do that. What I like to do too is as the peach cobbler starts to bake, it's going to start to rise up. That sort of batter is going to come up around the peaches. And what I find helpful is to keep a few peaches on the side, and about 20 minutes into cooking, you can throw your peaches on top so that you'll have some that are on top there and you can see them. Otherwise, they just kind of get buried underneath the batter. All right, so I'm going to reserve a couple of those. Really easy, right? And now I'm going to take a little sprinkle of brown sugar to go straight on top. Just like so. Like I said, you can add a little bit of cinnamon. Cardamom might be good too on top of that too. Ginger, any kind of warm spice would be really yummy. What do you think, Kenny? Will you eat this?
Oh my God.
I feel like we're gonna fight over this.
We are.
I feel like we could share it though.
We can. They look so good.
It's really easy too. It just kind of goes in that one pan. All right, now I'm gonna get my oven mitts. Throw this guy in here. It's gonna cook for an hour at 350. It does, like I said, you can kind of check it about 30 minutes into it and throw some peaches. It'll start to rise, which I'll show you in a minute. So we're gonna leave that there. And now if you're like me, you need something vanilla, something creamy to go on top, so you could do vanilla ice cream. We're gonna make fresh whipped cream, which is super easy. So you're gonna get a medium-sized bowl. We've got heavy whipping cream here. We're gonna do 2 cups of that. This is the best part, I think. Whipped cream. All right, 1 cup. 2 cups. And then to this, we're gonna add 4 to 5 tablespoons of powdered sugar. If you want yours a little bit sweeter, you could add a little bit more. If you don't like it super sweet, you can do maybe 3 tablespoons. I'm also gonna put a little drop of vanilla extract into this too. Straight in. And I'm gonna do about 4 or 5 tablespoons of powdered sugar. This will be the perfect snack for July 4th. Peaches are easy to fry, and this takes not a lot of time at all to come together. All right? Now it's gonna get loud for a second. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our beater and we're gonna beat this for a couple of minutes, and what we're gonna be looking for is for it to start to have kind of soft peaks, and I'll show you what that looks like. So it's going to be loud, excuse me, but hang on. Check it out. Whipped cream. If you keep going, you would have sweetened butter, so you don't want to mix it too much. So we'll set that aside there. Perfect. And of course, it's going to take an hour to cook, so Chef Kenny and I did the Food Network check, and we already made one to show you guys what it looks like. So after you keep an eye on that guy for about an hour, you are going to see it look something like this. It smells amazing. You can smell the sweetness of the peaches, the creaminess in there from all the milk, and it all kind of comes together. Okay, so I'm going to grab a little plate or a little bowl so I can show you guys what it looks like. I guess I should get two because
It looks so good.
and it was super easy. Okay. So let's see what this guy looks like here. Oh my gosh. This is my scoop. I like corners.
Okay.
Alright. You want to corner too,
I
Shopkins?
love a corner.
I knew you would like a corner. Alright. Whoa! Oh my gosh. Almost lost it. There we go. And then, of course, that whipped cream's got to go right on top there. So
Look
we're going
at
to do a
that.
big scoop of homemade whipped cream right on top. And that is that, folks. How easy was that? So hopefully you guys are watching along. If you have any questions, you can drop them in the comments below. Chef Kenny and I are going to be doing this every week, so if you have any suggestions, we would love to hear those. And of course, we're going to be opening for our members next Tuesday, and then open to the public on July 14th, so we hope that we see you guys soon. Take care, have a good weekend, happy July 4th.
Bye.
Bye.